Okay, so we put the hand together. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, so before I continue, you need to remember this book at this section, at this chapter, it put the Patisambhida Magga, which I told you is one of the very difficult book to read, preached by the Venerable Sariputra. And this is one of the sutta, Yogananda Sutta, you can find in the Anguttara. It's talking about 4 types of practice, right? And in Visuddhimagga, also in this is the Patisambhida-Magga. So one of my lecturer in my university, she did a PhD on this title. So you can find Patisambhida-Magga in the Sutta Pitaka, Kuttaka Nikaya, and this Patisambhida-Magga, right? So here there are 3 sections. One is Mahavagga, Yogananda Vagga, which is same with this sutta. This sutta talk about 4 types of way. One is samatha first, vipassana later. Vipassana first, samatha later. Samatha and vipassana. And the last one is called Dhamma Udacha. Reduce the defilement on vipassana. That is the 10 we call it imperfection like light and so on. So in fact, this Yogananda is so famous. In the Patisambhida-Magga, there's one section specially on that. And one of my lecturer during 10 years ago, 20 years ago, about 15 years ago, she did a PhD on this section. And I'm doing the commentary for the Panyavagga. That's a 3rd section here. So Patisambhida-Magga is very wonderful book. We hope that after we finish this Visuddhimagga, and after we go through another round of simple Abhidhamma, so one day I hope I can tackle this Patisambhida book. All right, now come back to this title. So Udacha means agitation to do with the Dhamma. And when their mindfulness effort concentration is very high, so at that time they have very good state that will appear in their mind, like happiness, tranquility, bliss, resolution, exertion, establishment, equanimity, attachment. And because of due to attachment, he will think that he has attained enlightenment. Okay. So at this point, he will walk the wrong path because he is not enlightened yet. Because he didn't see them as impermanence. He didn't see all this tranquility, bliss, happiness, and so on are impermanence, are suffering, and non-self, right? Now, then the text start to explain what is illumination, what is light. And in the footnote 34, it explains this light is actually originated from inside consciousness, originated from temperature, and it is found only in the meditator's body. There's one here. Another one is outside the body. All right. So this part we already go through last week. So this is one of the, then this is the first one that he will see. Okay. Now the second one is knowledge. So at this point, the meditators, he is kind of like very sharp inside knowledge. So even when he see the material, immaterial, nama rupa, his knowledge is very keen, very sharp, so like lightning fresh. So that means that at this point, when he not the mind matter in his body, he appear to know very clearly what happened to his mind and body. So even when he see the body of other people or see the behavior or manners or the characteristic of other people, he can even have the knowledge that this person is thinking in this way. This person would be behaving in this way. Seems to have kind of like psychic power to read the mind. All right. But this is just because of his knowledge due to insight, not that he has psychic power to read the mind. Right. Then the third one is rapture. or happiness. Okay. So it's kind of like here they put the word happiness. So actually, I think we prefer to use the word joy, because we have 5 types of joy. All right. This kind of joy is also due to insight. One is called minor joy. So it's just little bit only. You feel like when you listen to Dhamma talk or when you chant the 80 so you feel little bit joy. Okay. Then momentarily, it's a moment one. Then showering happiness, showering joy. What it is? It's like you feel that like you are taking a bath, you feel it's like flowing the whole body. Uplifting joy. You feel that the joy is so strong that some people feel that when they are meditating, they feel that their body is not touching the cushion. It's like they are floating in the air. Or when they are doing the walking meditation, they feel that the feet is not touching the floor. They feel that they are walking on a cloud. So it's like have the uplifting behavior. Another pervading. They feel that the joy is in the whole body. So they feel very comfortable. So because of this joy, the next one happen is tranquility. So when the joy very strong, they find the body and mind is very comfortable. Even he sit for whole day, whole night. He don't feel any fatigue, no heaviness, no rigidity, no sickness, no crookedness. But his mind and body are tranquilized, light, malleable, weirdly, quite sharp, straight. Okay. So with his body and mind aided by this tranquility, etc., he experiences at that time the superhuman delight that left him to sit. If we said, all right. Anyway, so after the joy become very strong, he got tranquility. That means that the body mind is very calm. The characteristic is that the person can sit even like whole day or even half day. He don't feel tired. Normally, he will feel very tired. After that, there is something called bliss. Okay, actually, this is should be sukha. Okay, so Pali word should be sukha. So this is a semi tranquility, but it's much more peaceful. All right. Now the next one happen is resolution. So it's like determination. So this happen is kind of like faith, confidence. So when somebody have this, he have very strong confidence. So when he's listen to Dhamma talk, he really believe in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. When he listen to the teacher, he have very strong confidence on the teacher. So this happen when you all know when you really have the taste of the Dhamma, then you really have absolute confidence. So your mind will be, this is the only way. So even somebody tell you, no, this is not right, and so on, but you will not believe in that. Okay. So you believe this is the only way. So after that, you will have more effort. So at that time, your effort is very strong. Okay. It's not lax. Normally, when we start to meditate, we feel very lazy. We don't want to go meditation center. When we don't want to wake up in the morning, we want to be lazy, relaxed. But at this stage, uh, his mind, he feel that the effort come out very easily. He's not lazy. He just like meditation, enjoy meditation. Okay. After that, there will be assurance of, which is kind of like mindfulness. So means that his mind is very strong. Whatever subject he adverts to, giving attention to, his mind just discern to it. Like for example, he want to contemplate his 4 elements, he might go inside 4 elements. If he want to contemplate 32 body parts, he can take out the object very well. It's just like kind of like having some divine eye. Then the number 9 is equanimity. So at that time, whatever good or bad, his mind can accept it. Even though bad experience come, like pain, he know that the pain disappear. When good experience come, he know that it disappear impermanent, but it will not upset his mind. His mind is totally equanimity. His body is just be able to accept any pain, any suffering. Normally, before that, the mind is struggling with pain, with anxiety, with a worry, and not happy about this and that. Okay, and finally, there will be attachment. So you can see 1 to 9, actually all these are very good state. But at this number 10, attachment is the real defilement. So before that, like equanimity, joy, tranquility, assurance, all these are very good. But the attachment come is so subtle and peaceful, right? He cannot even see it's a defilement, It's so subtle that he just like when he got equanimity, even his mind attached to equanimity, he don't think it's an attachment. All right. And then the problem is he think that he has reached enlightenment. All right. Now, so he take what is not the path to be the path, and what is not the friction to be friction. Means that he is not enlightened yet, but he thinks this is the path. He thinks that enjoying all this good experience is the path. So that is not path. That is not the path. The right path should be try to see everything as impermanent suffering non-self. So that's why the course of insight is interrupted. He does not continue to meditate. He does not continue to note all the mind matter as impermanent suffering non-self. He just basically divert from his vipassana meditation. He just sit down, enjoy all this good experience. So that's why we call it imperfection or disturbance, right? But they are not chemically unprofitable. This means that they are not akusala. They are not bad things, but they are, we call it imperfection because they disturb the vipassana practice. Okay? All right. Okay, now so far you all understand what I say, right? About the 10 defilements. Okay? The 10 upaskarisa. These 10 of them. Okay. So, okay, all this in the previous paper, you can see, all right, all these 10, which actually is very encouraging. If you can reach this stage, you can enjoy all this, is good. But the moment is when you have too much enjoyment, you forget to contemplate all this 1 to 10 as impermanent suffering and non-self. So if you try to see them as impermanent suffering non-self and have no attachment, you are on the right path. But if you stopped enjoy all this good experience, you think light. So instead of try to see your mind matter, your mind just enjoy the light. It's like kind of like what we say, it's actually happened in samatha practice where people see the light, their mind is not focusing on the breathing. There's just eyes go and see the light moving around. So they are already divert from their meditation objects. Okay. So any question up to here before I continue about these 10 of them, these 10? Any question? Okay, if you manage to reach this vipassana knowledge, you will see all this. You will know what I say about these 10. Okay, so after that, what will happen? Okay, let's continue. Now now this is more on theory already. Okay, now we can read already. Thomas, you can read 1 to 5.
How? When a man takes it thus, illumination has arisen in me, his way of taking it due to false view. When he takes it thus, how agreeable this illumination that has arisen is. His way of taking is due to pride, conceit. When he relishes the illumination, his way of taking is due to craving. So there are 3 ways of taking it in the case of illumination. That is to say, due to false view, to pride, conceit, and to craving. Likewise with the rest. So they come to 30 with the 3 ways of taking them. Owing to their influence, an unskillful, unwary meditator wavers and gets distracted about illumination, etc. And he sees each one of them, illumination and the rest, as this is mine, this is I, this is myself, which responds to craving, mana, and wrong view. Here, the ancients said, he wavers about illumination and knowledge, rapturous happiness, about the tranquilness, the bliss, whereby his mind becomes confused. He wavers about resolution, exertion, and assurance too. The adverting equanimity and attachment.
Okay, thank you. So this also from the every time you see this is a Patisambhida. So I hope one day we can tackle this book. All right. Book number 2. So Patisambhida-Magga is called the path of discrimination or path of analytical knowledge. Okay, now there are 3 ways. One way, this means that when somebody see this 10 thing, especially the light, illumination, knowledge, tranquility, and so on, he will take in 3 ways. One is we actually in many sutta you will see this sentence, this mind. When you say things, this mind is you cling to it, so it's due to craving. When you say this is I, so it's a conceit. Mana is a conceit here. So when you say this is myself, so this is a wrong view. So this means that when every time you have good experience, you will cling in these 3 ways. You will cling with the wrong view, cling with the conceit, cling with the craving. So this means that craving, conceit, wrong view. So these are, we call it the defilements appear in the mind. So meditators should be very careful. When you practice, make sure instead of reducing the defilement, make sure your defilement don't increase. That is why when people practicing, sometimes they will also look down at the other fellow meditator. They say, oh, I can sit for 3 hours. You only sit for half an hour. You know, sometimes they become so consider, oh, my joy is very strong. Your joy is not good. Sometimes they even consider, they say the meditation teacher is not good as them, you know. So comparison. Okay. So that's a sentence here. So that is why the 10, you times these 3, craving, conceit, wrong view, you got 30 here. Okay. All these are the 10 of them, all these mentioned above. So his mind is confused. His mind is wavers. All right. So that's this one. Okay, now 1 to 6. So what is the right way now? We are talking about the right way now. Okay, Sister Chai, you can read 1 to 6.
126. But when illumination, etc., arise, a skillful, wary meditator who is endowed with discretion either defines and examines it with understanding thus, this illumination has arisen, but it is impermanent, form, conditionally arisen, subject to destruction, subject to fall, subject to fading away, subject to cessation. Or he thinks, if illumination was self, it would be right to take it as self, but being not self, it is taken as self. Therefore, it is not self in the sense of no power being exercisable over it. It is impermanent in the sense of non-existence after having come to be. It is painful in the sense of oppression by rise and fall, all of which should be treated in detail according to the method given under the immaterial septet. And as in the case of illumination, so too with the rest.
Okay, right. So is you want to sum? You want to sum up?
It's difficult for me to sum up.
Okay, never mind, it's okay. All these are quite difficult. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like just now, instead of having craving, conceit and wrong view, so people should see all these good experience like light and so on. Try to see everything as impermanent, all right? Impermanent, and then non-self. So impermanent, non-painful, and non-self. All right. Because when you see the light, don't see it forever. Because the light appear. But when we practice vipassana, the meditation teacher will not encourage you to see the light because it's very fascinating. It's like something moving in front of you. When actually we just should ignore it. But you can contemplate like joy, happiness, try to see all this subject to change because it will arise and it will disappear. And these are not self and it's also painful. Try to see anicca dukkha anatta for all these good experience. Any of them. So that's the meaning here. Okay. Now so also 1 to 7. It's actually talking about same thing also. So he's trying to see all these light illumination and so on. It's not mine, it's not I, it's not myself. Attachment and so on. So 2, 7 is same. Okay. So this is a Patisambhida. Okay. It's the body typing here. Okay, now, okay, so the rest are same. Okay, now, 129. Okay. Right. Chai Hun, 129. Yeah.
The knowledge that is established in him by his coming to know the path and not the path does. This is the path. This is not the path. Should he understood as the purification of knowledge and vision of what is the path and what is not the path. So at this point, the
Yeah.
defining of effective by him. How? The defining of truth of suffering has been effected with the defining of mentality, materiality in the purification of view. The defining of truth of origination has been effected with the discerning of conditions in the purification of overcoming doubts. The defining of truth of the path has been effected with the emphasizing of the right path in this purification by knowledge and vision of what is path and what is not path. So the defining of these three truths has been effected firstly by means of mundane knowledge only.
Oh, okay. Right. So we look at the first document that I sent to you all. Okay. So, okay. So the first one was talking, remember that we are talking about where is the first one? Okay. With the seven Visuddhi, all right? So seven Visuddhi. So now we are talking about, we need to know, okay. The first one is Visuddhi, purification conduct. That's on your first document. Then purification mind by subdue the hindrances. Then the third one will be overcome the view by trying to see only mind and matter. There's no self. Then you need to overcome the doubts by trying to see the conditionality about past life, present life, or cause and effect. Then after that, you will try have the comprehension of mind matter and try to see everything arising and passing away. So just now the 10 defilements or corruption or imperfection are here. Okay, here. So if you know this is the wrong way, having the 10 imperfection, so you will go for next one. What is path and what is not the path? So if you know the 10 imperfection, you try to see as anicca, dukkha, anatta, then you will get to the next one. That is this one. You know what is path. What is path means that you try to see everything, mind and matter, all the light, joy, tranquility as impermanent suffering, non-self. And what is not the path means you sit down and enjoy this good experience. Okay. So the last paragraph mentioned just now is talking about the different types of seven Visuddhi knowledge. All right. So we finished this paper. So you all are quite clear already. Is it okay? Or still somewhere? Is it clear? So you just need to refer to the first paper that I sent about the seven Visuddhi. Okay. And after that, yeah. So according to what we study, we are already finished the knowledge 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we will already finish what is path and what is not path. And then the next chapter will be talking about you are on the right track already. So I call it, we are going to practice on different types of knowledge. There will be mentioning about all this knowledge here. So the document will mention up to this one. Purification by knowledge and vision of the course of practice. This means that you're on the right track. Patipada is practice. Jnana is knowledge. And dasana is vision. Purification means visuddhi. All right. So here means matured. Why is it matured? So previously is immature. So this knowledge of Udaya Bayanyana is weak because it involves the 10 imperfection of insight. And here is matured. Matured means the mind can see everything arising, passing away. So that's why this knowledge is matured here. Okay, so we are going to study here from here onwards 5, 6, 7 until this one. Okay, there's the paper number 7. Visuddhimagga on 7. Okay, now we go for the next one. So this is
Sorry, Saiji.
yes.
I want to ask number 4, the Roman number 4, right? Just on the paper. The first lecture. Yeah, correct. This one, knowledge of arising and passing away in its weak stage. This is number should be under purification of knowledge and vision of what is path.
It has
and not path,
two. It has here knowledge of arising, passing away in weak stage. All right, so it's here. So when it become matured, it become inside this one. Mature means you see everything arising, passing away. You don't cling to the light, to the joy, happiness. So that means that the knowledge is matured here. So before that, the knowledge is immature. Immature means the person will enjoy the light, tranquility, and so on. So there are two stages here. One is weak. All right. One is matured. Two level here. It's the same knowledge, but it's two level.
Under the purification of knowledge.
Two is a same knowledge, but has two level. Two mature. One is immature, a weak. Another one is mature. So weak here or immature is here. All right. So this means that the person will not get the knowledge of what is path and not what is path. Okay. So when they become mature, then they will get the knowledge of purification by knowledge and vision of what is path. So before here on the top is they don't get the knowledge what is path and not path yet. Can you follow?
So the 10 corruptions,
Yeah, here. This one is here. The 10 defilements of corruption, the joy, happiness, tranquility, where the person here sit
it's
and
not under
enjoy.
the purification knowledge.
No, it's here.
It's under the path and not path, right?
No. They need to
But just now we learn is
yeah. It's here, but what here is trying to say that is you need to really see this. After you see this, you go inside this one. Means that you try to see this imperfection, then you go inside the knowledge and vision. All right. So it's just how we arrange in the document. But theoretically is how we arrange. But practically means you have to get this one, then you know what is path and what is not path. Okay. Because when we arrange this seven purification with the 16 vipassana knowledge, it's not easy to arrange the sequence. Because this is more on theory. All right. Yeah, I know what is your question. Should we put it inside or not? So I think we divide it into two levels. One is immature, another one is matured. So do you see that there are two levels here? Okay. So this is called immature state. All right. There are two levels here. So another one is called mature state. Do you see that?
Okay, so sorry, another question is there are 16 knowledges or 19 knowledges? Because here got 19, no?
Yeah. 16 means the person reach enlightenment, Magga and Phala. So at this stage is enlightenment stage. The other stage means when they after enlightenment they can do the reviewing again, or after that they can enjoy it, or they can go for other higher path. But literally, if they reach the 15 and 16 is considered as enlightenment already. So normally people will stop at the 16. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we go for 7. Okay. Let me stop.